Deep in the silver forest of Elendor, the air seemed suspended in time. The leaves shone like crystal mirrors, reflecting the light of an ancient moon. There, before a stone altar covered in sacred moss, the young Queen Serenya met Kael, the kingdom's most loyal warrior. He had fought in 100 battles, marked by scars and broken promises. When Serenya reached out and touched him, the wind whispered the names of the ancient gods. Their marriage was not only one of love, but of duty. Kael would be the shield of the throne, and she the heart of the kingdom. But deep within her silvery gaze, something burned, a flame of restrained passion, a secret that duty could not extinguish. The first months of their union were marked by apparent harmony. Serenya commanded wisely, and Kael remained in her shadow like a tireless sentinel. But on the long nights of the waxing moon, the silence between them was heavier than any sword. Kael loved her with a devotion that bordered on the sacred, but feared crossing the line that separated queen from woman. Serenya, on the other hand, looked at him as if gazing into a mirror. She saw in him the courage the throne demanded, but also the freedom she had lost. Some early mornings, he would find her in the hanging gardens, touching the flowers that only bloomed with the sound of the wind. And in those moments, time seemed to stand still. Neither of them said a word, but their eyes spoke everything. Duty prevented them from confessing. As the shadowy frontier of Norvale advanced, the kingdom plunged into tension. Kael was summoned to lead the elven army against creatures from the underworld that threatened the peace. Serenya, even as queen, wanted to accompany him. But the elders forbade her, fearing the people would lose hope if something happened to her. So she gave him a veil embroidered with moonlight threads, an amulet of protection and remembrance. "Wherever you go," she whispered, "may the veil remind you of those who await you." Kael left at dawn without looking back, knowing that if he did, he might not have the strength to leave, and Serenya remained on the throne, her heart torn between the duty to rule and the fear of losing the man she loved in silence. Months passed without news. The wind carried only rumors of battles and losses. Serenya remained steadfast, but every night she climbed the highest tower to gaze at the horizon. Until one evening, a white raven landed on her window, a messenger of fallen warriors. In its talons, a bloody ribbon. It was the ribbon of the veil she had given to Kael. Her heart sank, but no tears fell. The Elven Queen did not weep in public. Silently, she commanded that the flame of hope remain burning in the sanctuary. If Kael were alive, she knew he would find his way back to the light. But deep down, a premonition haunted her. True love does not always return from war with the same heart. When the full moon rose on the 10th winter, a knight appeared on the kingdom's borders. His cloak was torn, and his eyes bore the weight of 1,000 battles. Serenya ran to the main gate and saw him, Kael, alive, but changed. His gaze no longer shone as before. There was something about him, a shadow that seemed alive. "The underworld touched my spirit," he said hoarsely, "but I have returned, my queen." Serenya embraced him, and in that touch she felt something ancient and dark lodge in his chest. Even so, the love that bound them was reborn, and the kingdom celebrated the hero's return. Little did they know that the true enemy had crossed the gates with him. With Kael's return, the kingdom flourished again, but Serenya noticed him avoiding the moonlight. Sometimes he talked to himself, other times he disappeared into the forests at nightfall. A strange energy surrounded the palace. Mirrors shattered on their own, and the queen's dreams were invaded by an ancient voice whispering, "The warrior bears the seal of darkness." One dawn, she followed him to the forbidden forest and saw him standing before a black lake. Her reflection showed not an elf, but a creature with crimson eyes. Startled, Serenya took a step back. Kael, sensing her presence, fell to his knees. "I didn't want to hide this from you," he said. "The darkness chose me when the light abandoned me." Serenya torn between love and duty, touched his face. "Then I will free you, even if it costs me everything." She searched the ancient grimoires kept by the elders and discovered that only pure love could break the dark seal. At the lunar altar, beneath the silver rain, she kissed him. The instant their lips touched, a flash of light enveloped them both, and the darkness screamed. The seal broke, but the price was cruel. Serenya fell unconscious, the radiance of her soul drained by magic. Kael, freed from the curse, held the queen's body and vowed before the gods, "If love took you, then love will bring you back." For years, Serenya remained in a deep sleep, protected by lunar crystals. Kael became the guardian of the throne, never allowing another to touch the crown. His face aged, but his faith remained young. Each night, he sat beside her and told her stories of the world, of the wars won, the flowers that blossomed, the rivers that changed course. And as he spoke, he thought he saw slight movements of her lips, as if dreaming of his voice. The people called her the Sleeping Queen, and her name was sacred. But in Kael's heart, love burned silently, awaiting the day the gods would grant their reunion. On the 100th solstice, as the eclipse touched the sky, a light split the royal hall. The crystals surrounding Serenya's body shattered, and she opened her eyes. Kael fell to his knees, unable to hold back the tears. "My warrior," she murmured, touching his face. But something had changed. Serenya was no longer just a queen. The god's touch had transformed her into something beyond life. She saw the past and the future and understood the true meaning of love. It was not possession, but sacrifice. She kissed Kael one last time, and they both became light, ascending together into the sky, leaving behind only the empty throne and the memory of a love that transcended even time. They say that on nights of a full moon, the wind that passes through the trees of Elendor carries a soft song, the song of Queen Serenya and her warrior Kael. Flowers bloom as the sound touches the ground, and travelers claim to see two figures of light dancing among the shadows. The people built a shrine in her honor, and lovers go there to seek blessings for their hearts. For everyone knows, true love can defy even darkness, but only blossoms when one is willing to sacrifice one's own destiny. If this tale of love and sacrifice touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to Elven Hearts for more enchanting stories from the hidden realms. Leave your thoughts below. Would you define destiny for love?